What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today we're going to talk about the custom game mode in Battlefield 1 called Back to Basics. If you've not played Back to Basics yet, it is very, no pun intended, basic, very simple kind of idea. What the concept is you can still use any of the characters that you want, whether it be sniper, support, assault, or medic. But you cannot use the LMGs, submachine guns, the sniper rifles. You have whatever faction that you are on has a designated weapon, and that is the only weapon you can use. When you go into your loadouts, you will see that weapon on the very bottom of the list. For this map, the side I was on was the SMLE, and that's the only weapon that you can pick. Everything else will be locked. Same for vehicles. All vehicles are locked except transport vehicles, bikes, some of the trucks and things like that, and horses will be available, but everything else will be locked. So it is a straight up infantry style game mode. Now, when Battlefield 1 was first announced, this is kind of how everybody thought the game would be. They thought it would be more just pretty much bolt action rifles and not a lot of anything else fully auto wise. Of course, as we do know, that's not the case in the base game or in the game normally. But in Back to Basics, I know a lot of people think when they heard Battlefield 1 came out, or when it was coming out, they thought that the bolt action rifle idea would be kind of boring, not a lot of fun. But Back to Basics is a blast. If you have not played Back to Basics yet, I would definitely say give it a try. You do have limited ammo. Of course, you still do have a HUD, so you have a mini-map and things like that. So unlike some of the other custom games, you still do have a mini-map, but the ammo is limited. As you can see, it is good to have support players. And all classes are still very, very viable because the sniper still has his flare gun. Of course, the medic you can revive. The support is very, very good because of you can throw out ammo, and there's always a need for ammo, especially if you're going on longer kill streaks. And assault still has a place in the mode as well because some of the trucks and things like that do have machine guns on them. So it is a good idea to have an assault character or two on your team. Now it takes to me a little bit more skill than what you would normally be used to in a game because you are using or in Battlefield in general, because you are using bolt actions, you are using iron sights. So unless you're a person that snipes with iron sights, you may find it a little difficult to begin with, but it kind of adds like I said, a different feel to the game that is very enjoyable, and also it kind of adds a different skill gap to the game as well, because highly skilled players that are very good with these bolt action rifles that are used to using them maybe with iron sights and things are going to perform a little better than people that are used to using just LMGs or maybe the assault class. But it is a game mode that I recommend that all of you play. And like I said, I know a lot of people thought this is how the game was going to be when it was first announced, and it would be boring. Believe me, guys, this game mode is not boring at all. This game mode is very, very enjoyable because you can get some intense firefights, with bolt action rifles. You're not going to be able to fire as quickly. You have to use your sidearms a lot. Sometimes you may just have to shoot a one-shot body shot like I did here, and then switch to your pistol quickly. And it just makes the game mode very enjoyable, very fun. And it's so I don't know, it's just the feel of it feels different, but it still is Battlefield 1. But it feels almost like what you would imagine World War I would have been like, more than even the base game is. And that's the thing that I really enjoy about it. And it's very, very satisfying getting those long-range shots, especially when you're using some of these weapons. Now, I will say, it feels like some of the weapons that you get option-wise may be a little one-sided on some of the maps. Like it feels that some of the factions have a little bit stronger bolt actions than some of the other factions do, just depending on what side you are on. And of course, it always is played on Conquest, and there's a couple of maps that is played on 3 or 4. So it definitely has some variety to it. If you have not tried the game mode, like I said, I would highly recommend it. I think it is a blast. I think it's a great fun. And it's something a little bit different, and that's the good thing I like about custom games. You guys know I have talked about custom games in the past before in some of my videos, and I think custom games throws a little different spin on the game and makes it very, very enjoyable, and it's something just a little bit different for a game that you already enjoy. And of course, when the fog rolled in, I died, and I just sat here and watched everybody running by because it was very cool looking with all these bolt actions, flying by, people running by and shooting pistols and things. It was just very neat looking to me, and it's a very neat game mode. Anyway, guys, leave me a comment if you have played it, and of course, if you like the video, hit the like, yet subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.